Yo, welcome in everybody. Dude, I see Papa Pickles, KP. I seen Bender come through earlier. Dude, you guys, welcome in. Yo, we're here today with Lotus More Gaming. The
Hola.
W, the genuine, the man. Dude, I'm super excited about having Lotus on. It's been a long time kind of coming, honestly. And dude, I know we've got a lot to talk about today. We've got a lot to talk about today with Lotus, dude. So I'm gonna jump right into it, you guys. Let's go, dude. So Lotus, dude, let's have you kind of tell us, man, how you got into streaming and possibly what gaming like was for you as a kid, bro.
Well, what got me into streaming was my 12-year-old, well, my now 12-year-old. This is his dream. This is what he wants to do. Um, and as any good parent would like to try to do, whenever they find out what their child's dream is, they want to investigate it. They want to see what their kid's about to get into.
Right.
And so, honestly, the Lotus Moore gaming name comes from him. Lotus is his middle name, and so yeah, and I mean Moore is our last name, but Lotus is his
Right.
middle name. And honestly, my dream with this stream thing is if I'm ever able to build it to be something, I would love for whenever he's about 15, 16 years old to be able to go, "Here, son, look what I built for you.
Right.
Have fun with it."
Yeah.
And that's I mean that's what kind of got me into it. But also I wanted to kind of see what the world was like out here in the streaming end of things because I've played video games my whole life, but
Right.
and to be honest with you, I always thought it was crazy the idea of people watching other people game.
Yeah, man.
I
It
always
is
thought that
wild.
was so crazy. It's like watching baseball versus playing baseball. It's like I would much rather be out there playing baseball or soccer or something like that than watching it,
Right.
but once I got into this, man, it's not really so much. I mean, yes, the gameplay is involved in it,
Right.
but I mean, it's the building the relationships with the community. It's providing something for people because there's a lot of gamers that don't get out. They don't get out and really socialize too much. You know what I mean? And this is an outlet for them. This is an outlet for them. And the more that we can try to be here and be a social presence for them and really connect with them, you know what I mean, and build those relationships. Like in my Discord, I'm in. I always tell people in my Discord, like, you can message me about anything. Like, if you're having a hard day, you need to talk, you need someone to just listen to you for a little bit, message me. Like, I'm here.
Right.
Um, and building those kind of connections is what's really important to me. Um, that's why I mean I consider what we do is just it's more than gaming. It's more than gaming. It's far more than gaming, and not just the technology aspect of things with streaming and cameras and yada yada. It's more than gaming. We're building relationships with people.
Building more of a connection with our community because I know when we first got into this, there was a lot of talk about how like people weren't getting noticed in streams, right? People weren't getting called out in streams. Like no one really cared about their viewers. And man, I swear since I've started, it's totally changed. There's like all of us, dude, that's all we do is care about like our viewers. Well, because a lot of our viewers are other streamers, you know? Like you said, we're a
Yeah.
huge community of just like content creators. Like we're just people trying to do our thing, you know? And I think it's just super cool, man. I think it's awesome to have a better connection with your, with your community.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
But dude, what was like
No.
so video games for you? You said you were a big gamer as a kid. Did you what was that like? When did you start? What was your first
Okay.
game, first system?
First system was the original Nintendo, and my first love for gaming was Zelda.
Zelda. Dude,
Um,
that's such a good
yeah,
one.
I have played. I've played and beaten every single Zelda game up into the very latest one. I'm still about halfway through it. I just
Dang,
haven't picked
man.
it back up. Fortnite really sunk its hooks into me and has pulled me away from Zelda.
Yeah, it does that, doesn't it?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
But
Can you hear
honestly,
me?
I
Can
Yeah.
you hear
truly
me
can
at all?
tell you that
Yeah, I
like
can hear
I
you
got
cool.
into gaming whenever the N64 dropped and there was GoldenEye, James Bond GoldenEye.
Oh, that
That
was a good
was
one too, yeah.
I played that game so hard. I developed a stomach ulcer from stressing myself out on it. Like, I, no joke. Like, I had to go to the doctor, and he was like, "You have stomach ulcers, either stress-related stomach ulcers. What are you doing?" And the only thing that we could connect it to was how hard and intense I played GoldenEye. And because he asked me a question about it, and I could break down the entire map for him, where cameras were, where bad guys were about to come in, he was like, "Yeah, I think this is the source of that."
Damn.
So I kind of had to take a little bit of a step back from it and not play as hard as I did. But
That's crazy.
yeah, dude. But I mean, I got into GoldenEye and Perfect Dark. I played as a younger kid after getting the original Nintendo. We got the Sega Dreamcast.
That's awesome.
Um, we got the old school Atari at one point, and I played Pole Position and Dig Dug and all the games,
Holy
man.
smokes, man.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so I mean, I'm a retro gamer. I'm a new day gamer. I'm a throw a game, put a game controller in my hand, and I'm gonna
Right.
have fun. I don't
Yeah.
really care what it is.
Well,
I'll find.
there's so many games out there, you know, like even I play a lot of games and I've played a lot of games, but I've not even come to scratching the surface of every game that's out there. And it's cool because
Yeah.
you always find like this old game that you never got to play and then you're playing it. It's like, damn, this was a good one, dude. This is good, you know.
Oh yeah.
I used to have a PS2, man. I used to rock a PS2 for like the longest time, even when
A
like the PS
PS2.
yeah, when the PS4 came out, dude. And I was just mobbing through all the old games from when I was a kid,
Yeah.
dude. It was weird. It was the weirdest thing, man. Well, and dude, it's so weird too, Lotus, how we go from playing something that we're like dead hard passionate about to like almost never playing it anymore because we play Fortnite. Sometimes I think that's
Yeah.
kind of sad in the community that like we're kind of forced, not forced, but like the mindset of it is to really only play Fortnite.
Well, I'll be honest with you. I mean, as much as I love my other games, Fortnite brings me. I don't know. It's a certain satisfaction that I get from Fortnite that I just can't get from the other games.
That's cool.
I like another game that I super got into, and it's been out for years now. They constantly do updates to it, but it's called No Man's Sky,
Oh, I've
and
heard of it.
it's a space exploration based game, kind of like Minecraft. You have to set up builds and all kinds of stuff, but you're harvesting materials from different planets and everything. And I'm not playing whenever I say it literally has the largest game map ever, ever in existence. Ever in
I've heard
existence.
that too. Yeah, it's huge.
I Googled it, and if you were to try to just stop and visit on every planet and then take off, it would take a human being 1 billion years to be able to do that.
That's
Like
crazy.
you cannot explore the whole game. It's impossible.
Yo, that's
Um,
crazy.
that being said, whenever I first got that game, I within the first month I logged over 1,000 hours on it, and I haven't touched it in 8 months now, 9 months. I haven't even touched it. So I mean, that just shows like how much Fortnite really has kind of taken over my life, just personally. Even whenever I'm not streaming, I am
Right.
playing Fortnite. Even if it's
Really?
not battle royale, I'm doing Lego mode. I'm doing rocket racing. Like I've got a world in Lego where I've brought in some of the viewers from my stream, other streamers as well, like Bender and Midwest, and them. And I've given them keys to the world, and we call it the collective. And so
It's cool.
yeah, everybody can come in and anytime, and since they have a key to the world, they can come in anytime they want, with me there or not. And so it's kind of just an open world for us to all go in, all be completing objectives and exploring and stuff like that. And the Lego mode is a lot of fun for me personally because as a young child, whenever I wasn't video gaming, I was building Lego sets.
Yeah,
Um, yeah, I am
it's
still
cool,
very
man.
much so into Lego. Like I've got Lego sets all over this house,
That's cool, man.
all over this house.
Oh, lots of passions, dude. That's pretty cool that yeah, because I see you play Legos all the time. I think that's really awesome though, dude, that you found a way to get your community engaged into your world of Legos in that, dude. Because I don't think I've ever seen that. I mean, I see a lot of people play Legos, and maybe other people do that. And because I don't really play Legos, I don't notice. But I think that's pretty badass. Yeah, that's pretty engaging.
Yeah, I mean, and what's really cool about it too is for every key that I give out, those people are allowed to bring in 3 or 4 people with them. So we can
Right.
have up to like 25 people in that world at once.
That's super cool. Super
Yeah.
crazy. Yeah, dude, I've tried Legos. I just can't get into it. But I was never a Minecrafter.
Everybody.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It seems really
You talk,
cool.
Just like that festival mode. I mean, I messed around with that initially whenever it first came out, but I haven't touched festival mode in a long time. But I mean, there's some people that rock that every day, all day. You know,
Right, right.
that's one aspect that I don't know if everybody's noticed about Fortnite. But if anyone's familiar with that movie Ready Player One,
Yeah.
where I mean, it was one game, but it had all the different modes in there for you. I think that's what Fortnite is really trying to pull the trigger on.
Well, and
Um,
they're going to the meta. They're working with meta too, which would be pretty crazy.
Well, and they've even got I've seen the advertisements for those haptic feedback suits where you can strap on these vests
Oh,
and they give you real time
yeah.
feedback of bullet
I
shots
haven't
and
seen
stuff
those,
like that.
dude. It's
And
kind of
so, I
weird
mean,
how that's all like coming real? That's
it,
super
it
weird.
really is. It really is, man. I think the movies are kind of like a little bit of a glimpse, if you will, in a loosely based, but a
Yeah.
loosely based glimpse is kind of what's to come. And I think Fortnite, I don't know if they're quite ready to pull a trigger on it, but I think they're trying to.
Yeah, I agree. Dude, Cole, have you seen Ready Player One?
yeah,
Oh yeah.
yeah. I think, I think that I mean, Fortnite they could probably build just about anything on all their stuff on their Unreal Engine.
Well, shit, if they can't, the community can. Have you noticed that? Like, literally, the
Yeah,
community's building wild shit in there, dude. And
Oh,
I think that's next level too. Letting us create, because
you
no
guys
other
see they
game's doing
added new
that.
ballistic modes?
No, dude, I haven't played Fortnite in a minute. I've been trying to stream some other games. I've been
wait,
trying
have
to,
you seen
like I said, I don't
it?
get views anyway, so I've been kind of
I mean
throwing
maps. Sorry.
every.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
dude, that's
Matt,
so dope.
that's
Oh
cool.
my gosh,
That's
that is
cool.
so awesome. I'm gonna have to check that out. Now I'm sad I didn't stream that.
I didn't even know it, and then I was scrolling through lives last night as I was going to bed, and I saw typical gamer playing, and I was like,
Damn,
oh wow, there's a new map.
damn.
Oh
I
yeah.
don't care. I hate ballistic.
What? You liked it a little bit.
I don't like it because it's just I don't know. It's just not Fortnite, man. Like
I get you.
I
No, I get it.
I know I know that they have like widened the variety of everything, and I
Right.
like that they're doing that. It's cool, but
I think it just gives a spot for everyone, which is super cool, because
Yeah.
everything, like I said, like Legos isn't for me, but the ballistic, I slap that shit all day.
I don't even like Fortnite that much anymore just because there's so many rats, man.
That's
Just
so
freaking
funny, dude.
rats, man, hiding with miniguns and shit.
Yeah.
We
We were playing last night and we were getting obvious aimbotted. Obvious aimbotted. And I was like, bro, come on, you're like halfway across the map and you're beaming me with headshots from a suppressed pistol. Like, get out of here with that.
Crazy.
Yeah.
we we were I ended up getting off last night. We did win the game, but I ran into a team on Reloaded on the newer Reloaded map. They were hiding in that little mine shaft that's down below, kind of around the outskirts of the center of the map. There was
Okay.
a whole team that was hiding down there. I ran down there to heal really quick. There's a whole team hiding down there with a fucking minigun. Every single one of them had a motherfucking minigun. And I landed in and I turn and I just see all of them aiming into this fucking minigun. I'm like, you guys are fucking. I'm gonna add a sticker for like my subscribers to hit. Anytime they see a freaking rat, they can spam rat.
It's actually pretty funny, man. You should do that.
Freaking
Mm-hmm.
bastards, man. Hey, we
That's
still beat them though.
one,
That's what
one
I'm
aspect
talking
I
about.
love about this TikTok thing is all the emotes and stickers we get to put in there.
I love this. Big shout out to your emotes and your stickers, bro. I've been a
Oh,
sub a couple times on your channel, like throughout, this endeavor. And dude, they're W emotes, man.
thank you.
Yeah,
There
you
was a
create
point.
those yourself, don't you?
Yeah, I was about to say there was a
Yeah.
point in time even creating for others, but I honestly was getting so swamped with orders that I had to stop because I wasn't able to fulfill them in the time that I wanted to be able to. So it was like I had to take a step back from it.
Yeah. Yeah, I get it, man. I do. I know,
But I
I
mean,
know biting off a bigger piece than you can chew. I've done that before.
oh yeah, yeah, oh yeah. I mean, it's we're streaming, we're content creating, we're playing, it's there's a lot that
There's a
goes into
lot.
it.
Yeah, there's a lot, man. Well, I think we're always finding new endeavors. Like this is such an open door to even other things, you know. Like even content creating is such a bigger door than a lot of us use, you know what I mean? And it's hard because it's such a huge door. You know, you could
Yeah.
really go down any direction. And so, like I said, dude, I think it's really cool watching people kind of, you know, break off from just streaming and doing other things too. I think it's super cool.
Yeah.
I am terrible at
Yeah.
content creating.
It's hard. It's
I'm
hard.
awful at that, dude. I feel like I don't find the time. Like I'd rather be gaming than doing that. I mean, I know you can grow your community better with that, but man,
Yeah, Cole, you got a big community, dude. You got 6,000
I'll tell you,
followers.
I mean, you got a
yeah,
great community over there. You know what I
yeah,
mean? And here's the deal: is like, it's however you obtain your growth. I mean, that's your natural growth. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? That's one of the reasons why, I mean, I had somebody actually pop into my stream the other day and they're like, is there any reason why you're not part of an affiliate program? And I was like, I mean, there's several reasons, but
Yeah.
um, I don't want to be, because I just kind of want, if there's going to be growth that happens on my channel, I want it to come from direct action from me.
Mm,
I don't necessarily want someone off in the shadows trying to constantly push me out to other people. It's like if someone finds me and they like me and they want to stick around, then those are my people. Those are my
that's
people.
super cool, man.
that's
Yeah, that's
fair.
super cool. Yeah, dude. You know, it's hard, dude. You know that I'm even a part of an agency and it doesn't really feel like it does much. And it's weird, dude. A lot
Yeah,
of people don't need one, you know? And the truth is they really just collect off of you anyways, whether, you know, they're taken from your direct pocket or from your channel, you know?
yeah.
Yeah,
Well, and every single, well, I won't say every single, but 9 times out of 10, whenever I get a TikTok affiliate person hitting me up, it's, hi, I like your live broadcast. Can we be friends? I'll support you forever. And I'm just
Yeah,
like,
it's
oh,
super weird. It's not
yeah,
organic, right? Like your channel, which
yeah,
is like, I don't want that. I totally understand that,
yeah,
man.
exactly. I am definitely all about that organic growth. Like like I said, if someone stops in, they see me, they like me, they want to stick around, then by all means, I'm here for it.
Yeah, I
I
love
don't know
that,
what I
dude.
fair
did in
enough.
life to deserve it, but I'm here for it.
Yeah, I love that, dude. That's super cool, man. That's too cool. Well, shit. Do you like ballistic?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's
Cool.
not. I mean, I don't rock it all the time by any means, but whenever especially when I'm streaming and I have a fifth that wants to jump in, I'm like, "Do you guys want to run ballistic?" You know what I mean? Like, I'm open to the idea for sure. I I I think Fortnite could do a little bit better with their first person,
Yeah.
um, in my personal opinion, just because I mean I've rocked so many different first persons back in the day that seemed more fluid. Um, But that being said, I think that Fortnite's taking. I mean, it's just like you were saying, it's another avenue for other people. If they want to
Yeah.
do first person, I think that that's a great spot for people to come over to.
Right.
Um, I mean, I've heard whispers of Fortnite going to be adding prone position.
Yeah.
Um,
Cole's been begging for that.
yeah, I want prone because I'm a sniper. I'm a sniper
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
Fortnite. That's what I am. You put a scope on a weapon and watch me work. It's I love those snipers and long distance.
That's awesome, dude.
Here,
Yeah. They've been robbing us the last couple seasons.
here's
Yeah,
my thing. How how do they add all this other stuff? How are they good at all this other stuff, all this other movement, dismantling, but you can't add freaking prone to the game?
Yeah, that's
Like
it's so weird. You
what
can't
the
just lay
fuck?
down.
Like this just doesn't make any sense. I mean, I guess maybe to some people like that's not Fortnite, but neither is all this other stuff. That's not,
it's not.
the
Right.
mantling, the
Yeah. No, for sure.
freaking wall jumping. Like
I wonder
you
if they're
can't have
having a
prone,
mechanic issue
bro.
with it, right? Like, I wonder because of all this stuff, if for some reason there's something wrong with like when you lay down in Fortnite, it just doesn't go right. And
It could
maybe they've
probably.
been working on it for a while and that's why it's finally coming out. But I'm like, it seems super simple. It seems like, dude, and I think it would make Fortnite so much funner, right? If you could lay on a hill and lose a lot of like your whatever they call it, your body box or whatever, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
you like, I mean,
Mm-hmm.
you could be like just a little pea, dude. But
I
imagine that
feel like
headshot too, just with someone laying down right through the scope, dude. It would be gnarly.
It would be so
third
sad.
person prone would be so cool.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's the weirdest. I've never really thought that it would be third person. I
Yeah.
didn't think of that.
Well, even in third person, whenever you go hard scope, it goes hard
Yeah,
scope.
right. So that would be weird. Maybe
Yeah,
that's their issue with it, right? Is
could
they
be.
can't get it to look right when you're, because maybe like you get the ground in the way. Maybe you start having like elevation
Well,
issues where like
I
shit's in
mean,
your way.
they're still having issues just with what they've got going on right now.
Well,
Just the
yeah.
other night, I was rocking the Master Chief skin, and I was hard scoping with the veiled precision, and I looked all the way up, and Master Chief's shoulder pads and everything were all in my scope, like I couldn't see anything.
Yeah, dude. I was in Ballistic and the new Snoop Dogg skin, the Santa Claus one. Dude, like his whole coat's like up in my face as I'm like trying to like aim and stuff. I'm like, dude, I can't
Like,
use this character now. I'm like, okay then. That's funny.
That's
yeah,
why I use that super suit all the time because like I just can't. I hate that, dude.
I was thinking about it, Cole, the other day. I was watching you play with that super whatever, that amazingly OG skin. And dude, it's weird. You look slicker. Like you look like it would be harder to hit you. You look like you blend in better being in a
Mhm.
gray suit. I'm like, there's a lot of reasons why I would rock that skin.
I feel like I move better in that skin because like usually when I'm either using that skin or one of the other skins that's like super tight, doesn't have like a lot of stuff like hanging off of it. Like
Right.
I feel like you just move better with it.
That's interesting to say, man. Without a bunch of shit like dangling from me and stuff.
I don't know why because I feel like it's there's probably not a difference. I think it's just like a mental thing. But like
It might
I
be a
don't know.
visual
I don't
thing,
like
right?
it.
When people see you
Could
from
be.
afar, you don't look all like, a lot. You look very simple, and so it's actually harder to hate you.
Yeah, it
Interesting,
could
I
be.
man.
mean, it could be a mental thing too. I mean, I don't know what the connection is, but whenever I'm getting my ass handed to me in Fortnite left and right, I throw on the John Wick skin and I'll
He's
murder.
bitch. That's so cool. Dude, I know what it is too, because like sometimes I remember when like Aang came out, every time you see an Aang, dude, panic hit your heart.
Yes,
You're like, oh shit, that's a sweat, dude.
literally, I just had like goosebumps roll over my body whenever you said the end.
Yeah, dude, it's like, damn it. That's so funny, man. That is crazy. There's
Straight
a
up
couple
PTSD.
skins that are like that, man, honestly.
Yeah. No, there's like, I mean, it'll be the middle of summer and you see that Christmas tree skin out there and you're like, oh no, oh no, oh no.
No,
Nah. What
no.
the fuck are you wearing that for?
Yeah, what you doing out there in my lobby?
He's doing it to blend
Get out of
in.
here, man.
That's too funny. That is too funny. Well, shit, Cole, do you have any questions for Lotus?
Do you have ADHD? We ask
100,
everybody that.
100%. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh,
Busted
I
crack.
thought you said no for a minute. I was like, no way.
No, I was diagnosed with ADHD whenever I was younger.
That's
Tried
cool.
some medications, but they all made me throw up, and so we got
Mm,
rid of the medications, and I've been taking care of it on my own, if you will.
that's awesome, man. Yeah, that's awesome. That's way cool. And the reason I say it was cool that you got diagnosed as a child is because a lot of people don't get diagnosed as a child, and so they live their whole life not really knowing if they have ADHD. And then it's like, oh, I wish I could have dealt with this sooner. And so at least you knew at a younger age what you had, and how to deal with it. That's probably why you're out of the medicine.
And there's a lot of times where it does kind of get in the way, but I will say, for as much as it gets in the way, I've tried to develop it as my superpower as well. That's why I do have so many hobbies and passions and everything like that. There's, I've, the expression goes, I've worn a lot of different hats just in my line of work. I mean, I work with glass now, but I've, I was a chef for 7 years. Yeah, I was a chef at a fine Italian restaurant. I've been a chef at retirement homes. Um, I let's see here. I've done landscaping and construction. I was a outdoor paver patio guy. I
What's
did
up?
that for a few years. I mean, I've worn a lot of different hats. You know what I mean?
That's
And
super cool.
yeah, but as much as ADHD has been my downfall in a lot of areas, I've like I said, I've have had to try to steer it to be my superpower. Like I like arts and crafts, and so whenever I got into
It's awesome.
streaming, I was like, well, I can develop a merch line. You know what I mean? And so I
Right.
take that arts and crafts hobby of mine and develop these kind of things. Develop my shirts and stuff like that. Um, I mean, I love music. Music is a passion of mine, a very big passion of mine. I was a karaoke host for like 3 years.
That's super
Um,
cool.
yeah, I love to sing. Like that's yeah, I love that. If I could make a separate channel just to
Right.
post karaoke style videos, bro, if I had the time to do that, I would be all about it.
Right.
Because I love to get in front of I love to get in front of the mic and sing. Frank Sinatra is my go-to. Like
Really.
I'm a big Frank Sinatra guy.
Well, damn, dude,
Uh,
I hope that one day you get the inspiration to do that because I would love to see something like that. I would hella support it.
every now and then I'll post a singing video on TikTok. Like my Nightmare Before Christmas song that I did. That one was like I had the mask on, the Jack Skellington mask on, and
Uh-huh.
everything, and sang the whole song, and it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun.
Damn.
But yeah, I mean that ADHD being kind of the downfall also allows me to be able to, since it's hyper focused, whenever I do find something that I like, I find that I not only play around with it, but I learn it. If there's something that I like in my life, I learn it forwards, backwards, sideways. I mean, I want to know it.
That's
And
awesome.
so, yeah, I mean, that's just, but it is my downfall a lot. Like, I forget things all the time, all the time.
Yeah, it's hard, bro. Yeah, living with ADHD is a little bit more than it sounds for sure. Um, it's I think, sometimes people think it's just like a high energy thing, and it's so much more than that. It's a lot. If you actually look into it or if you have it, it's hard, and you know that. It's just complicated. It makes things just more of a struggle, in your daily life, which is super weird. Like things that shouldn't be a struggle are just a hard time, which is super weird.
Yeah. Yeah. It was around high school that I finally developed the ability to be able to like socialize normally, I guess, and not be such a literal bounce off the wall nutcase.
Right.
I remember there were some people that, in my high school, they met back up with me, would see me again and they'd be like, whoa, dude, you changed a lot. And it's like, I didn't feel like I had, but apparently, I guess I kind of grew into my personality a little bit
Right.
better.
Awesome, dude. You deserve that for sure. I think it's
Yeah.
awesome that dude, I think it's hard. I think as a kid too, you tend to bottle up a lot, and then as an adult, you learn that it's okay to just be yourself and let other people see that, and and they can accept you or not accept you. Like I remember having that problem, dude, as a kid. That's so funny that you kind of bring that up. Because, dude, I don't know, it was weird. Like I felt like as a kid, people judged me for being like super high energy, and then it was like when I became an adult, I'm like, either you can kick it or you can't. That's the way I see it.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know. My grandmother, I owe my grandmother so much, man.
That's
There's a
awesome.
lot of times I find in life that I refer back to some of my grandmother's sayings, and she was always about, it's like you're not going to please everybody 100% of the time. That's not going to happen. And if somebody doesn't like you for you, then they can go find somebody that they do like.
Right. Yeah, big facts,
I
man.
mean, and so like she really was kind of one of the driving forces to help me just be me. I mean, she really did a lot to influence me. But I mean, it's my son even has it. My 12-year-old, he's about to hop on a plane today, and I don't want to have to give him his ADHD medication because I feel like it kind of turns him into a zombie. I mean, it saps his personality out of him, and it's like if people can't really if people can't hang, then there's the door. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and man, that's even harder having a kid that has it too, It's like, damn. Well, and you don't want to you want to guide him so that none of the same, things that you had to go through, you know, man, that's hard, bro. That's hard. I know that I really worry about my daughter having ADHD, and I'm like, dude, if you can have anything, just please don't have ADHD because I don't want her to have the struggles.
Oh, my
Well, I
kid's
mean,
fucked.
it,
My kid's fucked, dude.
That's funny, man.
yeah, no,
Like,
I honestly, I handle my son in a very real manner. I'm very real with him about how the world is, how the world works, how life is not full of, free chances and hand me outs. And like, it's not full of that. If you want to get somewhere in life, there's going to have to be some hard work put in.
Yeah.
Um, and so, I mean, I don't know. I just try to level with my kid as much as possible. And whenever it comes to the ADHD, I tell him like, this is what I do, son. Try this, and if it doesn't work for you, maybe this isn't the fix for you. Maybe this isn't the fix for you, but this will kind of put you in the direction of learning that there are fixes out there. There's mental tricks that you can do to help you. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
so I don't know. I just try to share. I try to share my life experiences with him as real as I can without exposing him to too much to his 12-year-old little brain that doesn't need to be
Yeah.
stuff. But I try to be real with him. Try to prepare him for life. Because it living with ADHD can be a hard road to hoe. That's for sure.
Right, right. 12 is an age, isn't it? Coming in and being a young man, and there's definitely a lot to learn, from the world, and
Oh yeah.
it's oof. Sometimes I feel bad for our kids. They're kind of growing into a pretty scary world, dude. Like, and it's hard to like, try to prepare them for what we might not even be prepared for.
Yeah.
It's definitely hard, man. It's hard being a parent,
I
damn it.
I even tell him that exact thing. Like, son, I mean, there are dangers that I had to put up with that you're gonna have to think tenfold on.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah,
I grew up a '90s baby where my parents said, "Go the hell outside. I don't want to see you until it's dark."
yeah,
And you
literally, dude.
better be
Yeah.
out by dark.
Well, and you survived out there, outside. You know what I mean? You got a lunch on the porch. You got a water every 2 hours. No, it usually wasn't that bad. Like they let you in and shit. But like, dude,
Honestly,
as kids, we were
my
outside.
my days, I grew up on 10 acres out in Oklahoma. Like
Dude, that's
literally, the
crazy.
closest gas station was a half-hour drive.
Damn.
Um, and so, I mean, I grew up out in the cuts. So whenever I went outside, it was me going out in the woods to explore. And I would cross property lines and find the creek and start walking down the creek. I remember one time I left the house at about 9 o'clock in the morning, found the creek, and just started walking the creek with my friends. And we walked the creek and swam the creek miles away before we realized it's dark. And by the time, whenever I walked in the door that night, it was probably about 10 o'clock at night. I was 8 years old. And my brothers looked at me and they were like, "Oh, you are so dead. Mom and dad are out looking for you right now with the cops."
Oh no.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah. And so like that was I was in so much trouble for that. But I mean time got away from me and I was miles down the creek. But I mean that was my life growing up, as I didn't whenever I wasn't allowed to be inside playing video games all day because it was a nice day, I was out exploring and
That's awesome.
just out there setting little traps in the woods and just playing with stuff, I mean
That's kick ass.
learning how nature worked and learning stuff.
I
Yeah.
mean, have things really gotten worse, or has social media just gotten a lot worse?
That could be as well. I mean, they definitely social media. I mean, just the attention to the bad things that go on in life has been hyper focused for sure.
Super
I mean,
bad,
you can
dude.
see anything on social media.
Yeah.
Go
Yeah,
on, go on X or well, it's Twitter, but X. Like you could literally watch anything on there.
Yeah.
yep,
I mean, it's terrible.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think the world's gotten any worse. I think social media just makes it look so much worse.
Yeah.
I think
Really,
it's always been
really
a problem.
enhances it. Yeah, that makes
it
sense, man.
exposes and shines a light to every little dark corner that's out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. The only thing I think has gotten worse is people's opinions on things,
Mm.
like over opinionated on things. I think that's the only thing, in my opinion, that's gotten worse. I think everything else, like I mean, being afraid of your kids going outside because somebody might snatch them. I
Yeah.
feel like that's always. I mean, it's always been a thing, and it's always
Right.
been bad.
But
But
now
social
it's
media makes
worse.
it
Yeah.
seems so worse, or so
Yeah,
much worse, because they're just like, oh, hey, this happens everywhere, guys. This happens all the time. Don't let your kids go outside. I'm like,
It's hard too, man. I don't know. I would rather be aware of the things that are going on around me and be mindful to my children rather than not know what the fuck leaks in the shadows, dude, and like what
yeah.
is and so it's so hard because it's such a double-edged sword, like where I wish I could just let my kids go out too, but you're right, dude, social media is like well, and
Mhm.
everything's kind of scared me to letting my kids out and like they don't go anywhere without me, man. They're not going anywhere without me.
I mean, I had a very scary experience. My son's 10-year birthday. We went down to Texas, and we went to the Legoland down there in Texas. And we wanted to also go hit up the aquarium while we were there. And during the aquarium, I mean, we were going through, and the aquarium's got some dark areas, so I mean, you can kind of see the fish better in the tank and all that kind of stuff. And me and my wife were there, and we're standing there looking at this turtle that had been rehabilitated, and we were learning its story. And then we look around, we're like, where's my son?
And this is a
Where's my
12-year-old,
son?
right?
Yeah. And I was like,
Okay.
where's my son? And we were looking all over. I immediately had just a panic set in. I was like, where the hell is he? He was right here. He was right here next to me. I know he was. And I darted forward in the aquarium, just started running through the aquarium, running through looking everywhere. I made it to the end, couldn't find him. And I was like, oh crap, where the hell is he? Where the hell is my son? So then I ran back through the aquarium. By this point, parents are noticing that something's up. Other parents are noticing, like, this dad is running around frantically right now. And I'm running around yelling my son's name, like, on the verge of tears. Like, I'm freaking out. And then I get back to my wife, and there's my son standing next to my wife. He had gone backwards in the aquarium back to the previous exhibit because he wanted to go see something and didn't tell us. And something as simple as that, I mean, he was safe, everything was fine, but something as simple as that just struck fear into my heart, man. Like, I thought there was a split second where I was like, I'm in Texas too. Like, we were in Texas. I'm like, dude, I could have never seen you again. Like, in my mind, it's like that's where my mind went. Like, someone could have just snatched you, took you out to the parking lot, and I would have never seen you again.
Dude, it's damn.
They'd have brought my kid right back.
About my kid, right? Dude, I think your daughter's cute, Cole. I think she's super cute.
My daughter's I love my daughter. Don't get me wrong. My daughter's a little shithead.
It's so funny, man.
That
Yeah,
little
she's a
kid,
cute
that
one.
little kiddo's got an attitude, man. I'll tell you what.
Norky
Yesterday,
gets it.
yeah, the one upstairs, and not this guy. Not this guy. This guy's way too nice. I don't know what you're talking about. No, that's why I said my kid's fucked, man. Like, God, dude, she's got attitude. I'm a dickhead, and we both got ADHD like nobody's business. I feel terrible for that kid.
Well, you're a good dad, Cole. I want you to know that. You, Lotus,
Something like that.
man. You guys are. You guys are good dads, man. You guys got to know that. Someone's got to tell you that. I think as
She told me
fathers, we
that
don't get recognized enough.
she's learning the word shut up
Oh,
and stop it. No, all the like the no thing I don't necessarily mind, but like the shut up thing, stop it thing.
yeah.
And then the
Yeah.
just not knowing what she wants, and you pick up stuff. You're like, "Do you want this?" Okay, and then 2 seconds later, no, I don't want that.
Yeah.
So funny.
Yeah.
Like,
Hey, dude, my
little
daughter's a
kid, I'll
year
tell
and
you
a
what.
half. Dude, my daughter's almost a year and a half, and she is lit. That's all she knows is no. I'm like, come here, no. Come here, no. Do this, no.
Anytime Mama loves, she'll look at the 9-month-old and be like, "No," I'm like, "No, let's not teach that word yet."
Yeah,
Don't start
for
that
real. Well, and that's how it started, right? I kept telling her, no, don't do that. No, no.
Mhm.
And now she's like, no, no. I'm like, damn it. I mean, yes. So funny, dude.
No, I had to test things with this baby. Like, did you guys ever do the moo experiment?
I don't think so. Maybe.
If you moo at a baby, they cry.
Really?
Yep, they cry. And I didn't my 9-month-old, he is such a happy baby. Such a happy baby. Like, we got so lucky. If he's fussing, it's because he needs something. And once
Right.
he's got that, he's back to happy again. So we didn't think it would happen with him, but I came home from work one day and showed my wife the video, and she was like, "Yeah, let's try it." And so I walked up to him and I mooed at him, dude, and he was unconsolable for like a good 5 to 10 minutes.
Oh, poor guy.
Dude, I
That's so
felt
that's
so
so
bad,
sad.
but I
So
was also
funny.
just laughing my ass off the whole time.
Well, and dude, have you ever thought about doing the whole shave your face thing? I'm sure that baby has never seen your face shaved. And so you shave that
No,
face and you show your baby. You're like,
He's like,
whoa.
not a chance.
I
He's
will
like,
say
not a fucking chance.
every now and then I take it back down to just like short facial
Yeah.
hair. Because there was one time, dude, I was trying to roll over in the middle of the night and I went to put my hand down to roll
Oh
over
no.
and I put my hand right on my beard and rolled so hard. And I instantly got up out of bed at 11:45 at night. Just,
That's so funny. Dude,
just
I
took
think
it
it's
off.
badass. So I think your beard is legit. It looks like it grows so perfectly too. Damn it. I would love to see it braided maybe one day. I'm a big
That
Viking
Oh,
fan. That'd be
this
pretty
is
dope.
this is manicured as hell.
That's what I'm talking
Um,
about.
I straighten it every day. I put
Epic.
beard oil in it. I put beard balm in it. And I mean, I definitely I take care of my beard. That's for
That's
sure.
good, man. Yeah, that's good.
But no, my buddy, I've got a buddy. He's got his beard like this, man, and he's got these Viking beard rings that he puts in them.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, they're super cool, man. Those are so legit. Those are super legit. Well, you guys, we got about 15 minutes left of the convo here, dude. And I do, you know what? I real quick, I want to shout out everyone that's in chat, yo. Lotus, you got a lot of people in here, man. Everyone chatting it up, hanging out, dude. Even vibing with each other while we talk about the conversation that we're having. I love it, dude. I appreciate all you guys for coming in today. It's been really legit. It's been super cool.
this camera's gonna make me crash out here in a minute.
Dude, I love it. I love the zoom in and out.
Oh
The
my
focus is
god,
on
I
you,
hate
Cole.
it.
I love
I
it.
hate it.
You should let it like zoom into one eye and then zoom out and just let it do its thing, man. I think it's super cool.
I can't even adjust it manually. I just want to throw it right now.
Well, before I got this camera here, I bought a camera that had autofocus, and oh good lord, one stream with it, and I was like, nope, this camera's got to go.
Yeah.
Really? That's
Yeah,
crazy, huh? Damn
I'm
it.
ready to bring my other camera, my broken camera, back in.
mine. You
Damn.
see, now your autofocus is a whole lot better than what mine was doing. Mine was like autofocusing, but blurring every single
Yeah.
time it would try to, and it just made it look like crap.
Yeah, I
Yo,
don't
I'm pretty sure
like
your
that.
autofocus was broken. I know that a lot of them that do that apparently like their default, like they're not working at that point because they're
Yeah,
not meant to do that. They're supposed to focus in the proper way. Well, and shit, I don't know how
yeah,
much you paid for that cam either, but
not much.
oh, really? I was like, shit, dude. Some of those cams, like,
No, dude, I mean, that's one thing about me is I'm streaming on a budget. You know what I mean?
I do. I
I
definitely
work
do.
full time. I've got two kids that I mean, one kid that lives here full time that I'm taking care of. There's not too much outgoing money that can happen towards the stream. And honestly, most of the gifts that I get on my stream, I try my best to kick back into the community.
Right.
Really, the only money that I see off of the stream is the sub money.
Right.
Whenever that sub money comes through, like I'll try to make little improvements to the stream. Like,
Right.
I mean, we got this little, LED scrolling sign and stuff
Pretty
like that.
dope.
Like just little improvements like that, I'm able to do with the sub money. But the coins and stuff like that people send me, I really try to do my best to go visit other streamers and kick it right back out into the community.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I just think it's a good aspect of streamers supporting streamers. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like we all got to support each other to hit our goals. Like we're
Right.
not going to get where we want to go if we don't help each other get there.
Right.
So
Well, and shit, I think it's BS that it's all based on money. Honestly, like a lot of it's based on, the diamonds that you get and stuff. And it's not that I'm
yeah,
not appreciative of the gifts that we get, but, if you guys don't know already, we only get 50% of that shit. Like, and then to give it back out to you guys, they're just robbing us. And it's hard because I have a hard time validating that for them, feeding
yeah,
them the money that, supports us in streaming. I think it's bullshit. I think it should just be
yeah,
based on our personalities, dude, and if people like us, not money or even fucking likes, in my opinion. It should be based on how many people you got hanging out with you, you know.
yeah. No, I mean, I mean, on average, I've got about 7 to 8 people usually hanging out with me in my chat,
That's good, man. Yeah.
um, and I mean, that's where it's at for me. Like, whenever people gift me, I don't know if you've been in my chat. Whenever people gift, I always tell people like it's free 50 free to hang out in my chat.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
you want to hang out and chill and vibe, bro? Like, it's free 50 free. Like, the one
Yeah.
thing I will ask for is tapping that screen and sharing things out.
Yeah, because it's
But
free, it's easy, man. I actually
exactly,
think more people should share in lives. I think that should be more of a normalized thing, even
yeah,
over gifts, because like I said, the more people that you got hanging out and the more people that notice your stream, the more people that know you. And damn it, I feel like if more people shared their communities and we blended communities even more than we do now, I think a lot of us would be doing better.
well, that was one of honestly, that was one of the driving forces behind why I did that one post, that that shout out post that I
I
did.
saw that, dude. Again, I want to thank you for putting me and Jebediah in. I thought that was too fucking
Oh,
cool.
That was
absolutely.
cool.
But that's what that I mean, that was my aim with that post, was to try to get, because I know, like, I hang out in Tactical Gypsies live a lot, and I don't see any of those names in other people's lives, and so I mean,
Right,
it's like
right,
trying to get all of those communities to try to, hey, here's everybody, like, pick them up, you know what I mean? Because I
right.
find a lot of the times that we do kind of get in our own little groups, you know what I mean,
We
in our
do.
lives. And so I mean, we get our regulars that come through, and I mean, they may go through other streams as well, but we get our regulars that come through. And so I mean, this is a way of getting our regulars to meet other regulars. And that was my main driving force behind making that big shout out post. I honestly felt bad for all the people that I didn't have the time to mention.
Honestly, I thought about it when you started and you were like, dude, I'm sorry for anyone I can't get to. And I'm like, dude, I'm sure that there's a million people you can't get to. Like, honestly, there's not a big enough post for that,
Yeah,
And dude, I think it was awesome that you did it the way you did because it also left room for other people, to hit that point maybe that you didn't miss, and everyone did. Everyone did.
yeah.
Everyone's in there and they're tagging the other streamers that are, yeah, dude. I'm like, that's what I'm talking about. That was a successful post in my opinion. I thought it was a really amazing one, dude.
It's honestly, that was one of the first posts that I have not used promote on, because I'm guilty of it. I've used promote on a couple of posts. Um, I That's the first post that has hit over 1,000.
Damn,
Yeah,
damn.
1,000 views and whatnot. Like, usually my posts get about 200 views, 300 views, right around in there. But that one hit over 1,000 and well over like 300 comments. Like, I mean, I that post took off. That post
Right.
took off.
It's awesome,
Um,
man.
yeah, I mean, and that's all because of the community. Like, that's the community showing up and showing out
Right,
right there. Like,
right,
that just that goes to show like how awesome of a community we have as well. Like, everybody wants to help support everybody, and that's one thing that I did not think that I would come across into the
right.
streaming world. I thought everybody was just out for theirs. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Well, and a lot are,
But
man. Shit, a lot are,
oh, granted, there's a lot out there that are, for
Yeah.
sure. But I mean, to find that there is such a
Genuine
massive
people. Yeah,
group
man.
out here of exactly genuine people that are just truly out here to try to help one another. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's awesome. It's awesome. It makes some of us feel like it is possible, dude, and that we can do it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And like I said, my dream is to one day be able to hand this over to my son, you know what I mean, and let him take off with it and do whatever he wants with it.
Right. Yeah, dude, I think that's super awesome, man. Is he super excited about that?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've heard news, dude. That's too cool. That is too cool, man. Well, and you know what's crazy, man? I want everyone to know. Shit, dude, that's how I got to 3,000 followers was promote. For a long time, dude.
Yeah.
I was trying to make good content and promote it, dude, and see where it got. And we hit 3,000, and then for a long time, dude, I stopped promoting. And maybe that's TikTok telling me, oh, you should keep paying because I stopped paying and I've been sitting at 3,000. I think I've gained a couple hundred since then, but it's been a
Yeah.
real slow incline since then, man. Because I'm like, I
Yeah.
can't, I can't constantly pay TikTok, to eventually hit 10,000 followers. I'm like, that's just unrealistic. And I was like, dude, if organically it doesn't happen, screw it. I'm like, I'm
Honestly,
gonna be me. And in the end, dude, and Lotus, I think you're doing the same thing, man. I think you're doing the same thing.
Well, I mean, honestly, the only times that I've ever really used the promote was on a clip that I have spent more than a day editing.
Yeah.
If I spend more than a day editing on a clip, like my Christmas post that I did, for that Jingle Bells post that I did, that clip took me probably actual working time 8.5 to 9 hours
Oh my
of just
gosh.
editing on it because it
Believe
was
in
just
it.
overlays on top of overlays on top of overlays and all that. So I mean, it was a lot going into that video, and I put a lot of work into it. So I wanted as many people to see it as I could. So I hit that promote button. It's like I wanted it to get out there.
Yeah, yeah, dude. Well, and shit, I wanted to shout out too, man. Your content. Big shout out to your content because your editing is amazing.
Oh, thank
It
you,
is.
No, it's
thank
super, super good, dude. And sometimes
It
you even
is.
take out all the gameplay. Like you get the indirect gaming and you get the panoraming around the gamers that are in game, right? Like the actual
you.
Fortnite skins, you see nothing but the skins in the environment. I've always thought that was super cool. The fact that you can take that kind of time and really get those shots like that, I think is badass, dude. I think it's next level because I don't see
Well,
that anywhere else, dude.
well, like you were saying, how Fortnite gives us the ability to create worlds and stuff within the game. I think it's such a W move that Fortnite allows us to go and watch our replays.
Yeah,
Um, and not only can we watch our replay, but we can watch other people in the match from their perspective. I can camera angles. I can play with things. It's
yeah,
almost like you're in a director's chair and you got a
yeah,
hat on and it's like, all right,
yeah.
roll film, action.
Well, and dude, you
Um,
get the best moments and maybe even the best angles, right?
100%.
Yeah, dude,
100%, man.
that's
There's
super
some
cool.
angles that I love getting in there for my clips. That no way in hell would I be able to get it in regular matches.
And no one else thinks of getting, which I think is next level for you, man, and in your content because it really stands out in your content. That
Thank
there's
you.
not a lot of people using that theater mode to really capture some of that gameplay, and you are, and then you're making really good content with it.
Thank you. Thank you very
Yeah,
much. I
man.
mean, I think that's another passion in my life. You know what I mean? That the whole ADHD thing. I love editing. I dabbled around with a course in high school on editing, and a lot of it really stuck. I mean, just it's basic stuff,
It is
scene
basic, yeah.
transitions. You know what I mean? If you've got
Well, and if
multiple
you're into
clips,
if you're into art too, dude, understanding layers and like really getting that, I'm like, dude, it really comes like secondhand.
yep.
Yeah, I'm like Bender's in here, or no, sorry, not Bender. KP's in here asking where you find the replay mode in Fortnite where you can rewatch it.
Go into your career area. It'll be the far right tab, I believe. Career, and then you click your L3. Well, it's PS5 controls that I'm saying here. Click your L3 stick, and it'll bring up your five latest replay, or your five latest matches. And
So
you
you
can
have to
actually
do it recently too, huh? You can't really watch like an old game.
go in there and you can save them, and it will save them, and
That's
then
dope.
still give you five more.
Oh shit,
So
that's
you can
cool.
you can have up to 10 in there. Saved and whatnot. But like I've got a match from a couple of seasons ago that's saved in there because it was a 21 bomb. I got 21 kills in a match, and I was like, that's unheard of. Like, let me save that match, and I still haven't gone back through it and flipped it how I
Yeah,
wanted to. But
yeah. Dude,
now it seems
it takes so
well, it
much
seems
time to
almost
sit through those.
irrelevant at this point because that's another thing I do whenever a new season of Fortnite drops. All my clips, whether they got used or not, get deleted. All
Man,
of my
that's so
saved,
hard,
all
huh?
my saved content and everything. I just go through my PS5 and just delete all.
Oh my gosh. Is
Yeah,
that hard to
it's
do? Knowing you're like throwing away like good content possibly?
hit to the heart.
Yeah, dude, I'm like, damn. Uh, well, and you're like, shit, all those unfinished projects. Bye bye. You're
Mhm.
like,
Exactly.
damn
All
it.
those undeveloped ideas, Control Alt Delete.
Yeah, that's crazy. No, I get it though, dude. I don't have enough room on my computer. Like even when you were talking about streaming on a budget, I totally understand. Like I have an all-in-one
Mm-hmm.
PC, a laptop that I'm reading my Twitch off of, and like, dude, it's I'm doing all this probably on a couple $1,000s. Like, and it is doable to do that. And a
It
lot of
is.
this, like you said, dude, I've actually accumulated over time through subs and honestly all the money that has been gifted to me through streaming. Like that's the only reason it is the way it is. I remember when I first started, I was on the laptop and the PS4. Like That's it, man. It was rough. And to have all this stuff now and to like actually be streaming on like at least a normal level feels so good.
Well, whenever I first decided to pull the trigger on this whole thing, I had a laptop. I was set up, ready to go ahead. I had a Nintendo Switch. I was going to
That's
stream
sick.
my Nintendo Switch gameplay and all that, but my laptop was
Was
not
not
able to
cutting it.
handle it. It was not.
Yeah.
And so I had to start out my streaming career from my cell phone. Setting up my cell phone where it was just pointed at my TV and I was just playing. And over time, chat had through the subs money and everything like that, I've gained enough money to upgrade my system to a PS5. Um, and then I've also managed to be able to get a gaming PC on top of that that can handle all of the streaming studio stuff that we do. So I mean, chat has really, really taken care of me. They really have, which is why I do try to give back to the community so much. Is because a lot of those people that are gifting me are other streamers and stuff like that, and so I want to be able to try to set them up and take care of them. If I can take care of them even half as well as they've taken care of me,
Right.
then I'll consider myself a happy man.
Right. Well, support goes a long way. Sometimes sending 5 subs it might be the smallest thing, but it is the biggest thing for that streamer, right? At that time. Like it helps, man.
100%. I mean, because I mean, I've got things going on in my personal life, that I don't always share with the stream and stuff like
Right.
that. I mean, you never know what somebody's got going on personally where that five gifted could mean the difference to them. It really
Yeah.
could.
Yeah. Yeah, man. I can validate and I totally understand that feeling, dude. I really do. I really do. Well, shit, you
Yeah.
guys. That's it, man. That's the end of the combo today. We've hit our time, dude. And damn it, it's been so amazing. I hope everyone in chat, if you guys watch Lotus's stream, if you're a regular to Lotus, I hope you got to know him a little bit better today. And you guys, if you didn't get to watch all of it, maybe you're just coming in now, maybe you came in halfway. You can always rewatch all of our podcasts on Spotify. And yeah, dude, we've had a lot of great people on, and I'm happy to add Lotus to that entire list, man.
Hell yeah. I'm happy
Super
to be
cool.
here, man. So honestly, and thank you both so much for this opportunity to just kind of sit here and just, chat with y'all and kind of get to know each other, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
And
dude. Yeah, well, and dude, I
I'm
love that about this. At the end of it, it always feels so good to get to know someone just a little bit better, dude. You know,
100%.
and everybody who's in chat, I don't know if you guys know this, but Jebediah OG is totally live right now too. And dude, if you guys can go hit him with a follow as well, if you guys have been in here the whole time, man, this is definitely a two-way stream. He's got his own stream going the same time we do the convo. So, dude, I appreciate everybody, man. I really, really do. And yeah, man, that's the sign off for this week. And we'll see you guys next week on the convo. Peace out, guys.
I'm gonna break this camera.